My name's Adam Gershwitz. I'm a physical therapist at Point Performance in Bethesda, Maryland. Today I want to talk a little bit about activation exercise for the gluteal muscle group. And what we find a lot with lower back pain or postural related stresses is that there's a lot of tightness on the front of the hips, which actually makes the muscles on the back side of the hip a little bit weaker. So what I want to do is just go through a series of exercises that you can perform on your own that can help fight that reciprocal inhibition. All right, so the first exercise we're going to do is a simple gluteal setting exercise. Basically what I'm asking you to do is just squeeze the glutes. But the hard part about it is a lot of times it's difficult to squeeze just the glute without squeezing either the hamstring or the quad. So I like to think of it as isolated exercise. Sometimes you can close your eyes to make better communication with that muscle. And then another thing that you can do is you can think about if you're not using this muscle but you're using too much of this hamstring, I like to poke it. So let's say you had a dog that was in your way and you want to get it out of the way. What do? You poke it, you wake it up, a sleeping dog. On the other side, if you have a really excited dog that's really happy to see you, you can kind of just give it a little bit of pressure, like you're calming that muscle down. And you can keep working on that, and what you want to do is squeeze just the glute without the hamstring. What you can notice is that if you squeeze the glute, that side of the hip will go up just ever so slightly. And you hold it for about 5 seconds. So after you've mastered the gluteal setting exercise, then we're going to use that muscle energy to produce a movement. So I want to be able to squeeze just the glute and raise the knee up and then back down. And again, notice it's not a big movement. It's a little bigger than the gluteal setting movement, but it's not a very large movement. I like to do this for a length of time, so I'll consistently move the hip by squeezing the glute for 20 to 30 seconds. And then I'll immediately transition into what I call a reverse clamshell exercise, where you keep the knees together and raise the foot up and down. Again, same thing, using that gluteal setting exercise for 30 seconds in a row. You should try doing this at different positions, like so. Again, you do 30 seconds of one, followed by 30 seconds of the other. And once you get pretty good at that, you can roll it into the next progression, which would be an elevated hip rotation in abduction. Again, using the glute set energy to move your hip up and down. It's always good to make sure that your low back is protected by turning the abdominals on. This you would also do for 30 seconds in a row. Thank you.